Alright. Hopefully this is recording. I think it should be. I think this is probably going to serve as also like a little channel trailer. The new one, because let's be honest, I haven't really made one in a while. I've never seen that foliage before. I don't know what's going on with that. Hey everybody, it's Spirit, or Pick, formerly known Spirit, now formerly known as Pick. I think that's what we'll go with for right now. I just want to make a channel update, I guess. Maybe see what the vibes are, see everybody's doing. Talk a little bit about what's going on with me and just what I'm, what's been happening with me. A little update. Firstly, um, I'm doing okay. I haven't really been helping people with achievements too much. I just recently started back up, but there's kind of a reason for that, which I kind of will go into the video a little bit. But if you saw my video yesterday that I posted, you kind of have an inkling of what it's about. Also, I don't think there's really anything to talk about in terms of the spirits of giving, except the fact that currently, and I think this is crazy, we are currently I think the number of people in the spirits of giving is at 938, I believe, which is amazing. And I just first and foremost, I just want to say, thank you all for being a part of the community and actually, trying to help others get achievements any way we can. Trying to at least show people that the Left 4 Dead community isn't all bad. I know the Versus community has a little bit of a reputation, but I like to think that everybody gets a second chance, and I feel like the Spirits of Giving is Left 4 Dead 2's second chance, at least a little bit. It gives people an opportunity to, do a little good for a gaming community that's been around for years. I have a lot on my brain, and it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to focus on the crazy foliage that's around, but also the gameplay. I think this might be a mod that he has, which, I mean, I won't lie, it's kind of cool. I like the foliage. It kind of adds a little bit to it. But, kind of weird. Some of the stuff is just a little out of place. And it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. What was I talking about? Spirits of Giving. Talk about people, let's see. Oh, I haven't really been picking, players of the week in the Spirits of Giving for the past couple weeks, or it might have been a month or two. I don't really know. But hopefully, sometime today, or go sleep because it's like almost 10, I think. Either today or maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna try and update it and actually, maybe pick a new one. If anyone in the Spirits of Giving, has suggestions for who should be the player of the week, please let me know, and I'll make sure that they get their recognition. Secondly, might do a little bit of description change for the Spirits of Giving. Just, basic descriptions. Just so it's a little bit easier for people to read and, it's a little bit more comprehensible. Uh, and the last thing about Spirits Giving that I really want to talk about before I move on to something else is I really want to thank everybody that's actually like, and this is like genuine as as much as genuine as I can get. I just really want to thank everybody that's actually really pitched in since I kind of stopped helping people for a little bit, and I appreciate everyone in the community for taking their time to actually help help people get this silly little achievement. It might not seem like a lot to somebody, but to me, like this achievement is, I love I love helping people, and this little achievement is like my little way of doing that for the gaming community. And seeing others go out of their way to help people with the achievement is just that's it's really nice to see. It's really nice to see a community come together over an achievement. Wow, we actually finished that. We finished this level really fast. Kind of surprising. I don't even know how long it took. Maybe like 2 or 3 minutes. Time flies when you're talking your head off. Um, hopefully this is actually okay. This mic isn't muted, and I'm not spitting into the wind here. But I think that's about all the real Spirits of Giving specifically updates I want to give. Um, in terms of my updates, let's talk a little bit about why I haven't really been helping, and that's mainly like something I really like to do. And once again, if you saw that video I posted yesterday, I do go into a little bit of detail, but not a lot. There has recently been a server. I don't know if it is a recent addition to L4D2 or if it's like an ongoing issue, but I noticed it a few months back, and at first I didn't really know what to think of it, but I kind of just passed it on. I didn't really care much about it. It was just it was just a server. But over time, this server is slowly like making it so where like people kind of fall for some sort of like trick, basically, and you go to load into one lobby and it just puts you into this weird server. And that kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit. I know it's the server owners probably, aren't doing anything, trying to do anything malicious. At least I'm hoping they're not trying to do anything malicious. But to me, it kind of seems like they are. And it kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit that, I'm trying to randomly join lobbies and this community is trying to override every server and insert itself as the main place to play. I don't really appreciate that. Mainly because I don't really like, you know, and this is just my preference. Everyone has their own preferences and opinions. But I don't really like playing in modded servers or lobbies to an extent. Like if it's, a graphical mod, that's fine. But if it adds a lot, if it kind of if it's attempting to overwhelmingly change everything about the game, then I don't really like playing that. And this server is like just it seems like a complete overhaul mod or something like that that is like added to the server and it doesn't really feel like the same game. It just and it seems sort of exploitative if I want to gonna be completely 100% honest. It just seems like it's actively trying to take advantage of new players that don't understand that there are more servers to play in. And I could talk about the server all day, but I should really talk about something else. But to keep it, a little brief, I just, I don't really want to play a game that's being exploited by a small group of people. And the developers of the game are doing nothing to fix this exploit. So in my eyes, like what's the point of playing this game if, exploits like this are gonna just run rampant. And I'm sure Valve doesn't realize. I'm sure it's just some dumb little exploit that the server is, implementing, and it's just frustrating to play. It's frustrating to play this game at the moment. I'll leave it at that. But I have been streaming. I've been live every once in a while. I don't know if people are able to catch the lives. For the people I do, thank you. But I have been playing some games a little live. I think the last time I played something, it was I think it was Poker Night at the Inventory, and that was like a day or two ago. But I've been trying to. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I've been trying to branch out a little bit more and actually know play different games, because I mean it's. I don't want to circle back to that thing, but you can kind of get a grasp of why I don't really want to play this game at the moment, or at least like I can't really play it for fun because it's just like the fun is being sucked out of it by exploiters. Um, but besides that, I've been pretty good. It I think the most important thing to remember when you're helping people and you know doing this is that you're doing this for other people. And at the end of the day, it's not really about what you like doing, it's about helping the other people and helping them find some enjoyment in the game. And at the end of the day, that's all I really want. I just want people to enjoy this game that I love, and I just wish some things would be fixed. I think that sometimes it just there comes a point where you have to kind of gotta stop and smell the flowers, and I think helping people with achievements is the best way to do that. I know that sounds a little incoherent, but it's coming from a good place, I promise. Um, oh, sorry, that was a little laggy. My bad. Um, what else? What else? I don't really have anything written down. I don't really like having a script. I just like having things come off the top of my head. If my brain thinks it's important at that time, then that's what's important. Um, the mainly games I have been playing on and I have been playing mainly on the PS5 for the past little bit. Mainly games I have been playing is like Battlefield 6. Just recently got into Helldivers 2 and GTA 5, which I have been helping some people on GTA 5 with heists and just random deliveries for their businesses in GTA 5, and that's been kind of fun. But I don't know if people want to see me also make videos about that. I might make like, I don't know, I might make a poll about that at some point just to kind of gauge. But the last poll I made, I don't think anybody really voted in it. So I don't know. I don't know if I even will make a poll about it. I'll just, I'll just see where the wind takes me with that. But I am kind of wanting to branch out a little bit, just because of my frustration with Left 4 Dead 2 at the moment and everything that's happening. And I kind of like the idea of continuing to help people with different achievements. I don't know specifically what achievements or what game modes I am gonna be playing in, or what games in general I'm gonna be playing, but I do have some ideas. They're not all concrete ideas, but they're ideas. And I kind of just want to. My ultimate goal with the Spirits of Giving is to kind of bring people together in just a broad sense of we're all gamers, we're all just trying to get achievements and have a good time playing the games. And I think ultimately that is the goal of the Spirits of Giving, and I want to if possible branch out with the Spirits of Giving just a little bit, just a little bit. So if you do make it to this point in the video and you do have suggestions for what games I should help people with, or any specific achievements for games, I'll see if I have the game and if I can help. Um and yeah, I actually think that's about it. That's actually a really good time. But I will see everybody in the next video, and you know I love you all. Please take care of yourself in these times, and just know if you need someone to talk to and you're having a hard time, I'm always here. I'm always online. Reach out to me if you need to, and I'll help if I can. Anyway, that's it from Spirit, formerly known as Vic, and I will see you guys in the next video whenever I make one. Peace.